In this podcast episode, Jonathan Haidt discusses his new book, The Coddling of the American Mind, which explores the impact of technology on human relationships and consciousness. Haidt highlights the challenges adults face in managing their relationship with technology, such as email, texts, and distractions, and emphasizes how the rapid rewiring of human relationships and consciousness has made it harder for people to focus, think, and care about others. Haidt explains how childhood is a crucial period for brain development, where children learn through play and social interactions. However, the widespread adoption of smartphones and social media among children is disrupting these essential developmental processes. He discusses the impact of technology on children's mental health, citing statistics that show a significant number of young children have smartphones, which can hinder their ability to engage in real-world interactions. Haidt explains how children need real-world experiences to wire their brains properly and develop essential social skills. He uses the metaphor of a plant being ripped out of the ground to illustrate the importance of being anchored in a real-world community. Haidt highlights the 4 features of real-world interactions that are essential for healthy development: embodied interactions, synchronous communication, one-to-one or one-to-several interactions, and joining communities with a high bar for entry and exit. He explains how virtual interactions lack these crucial elements, leading to performative rather than playful interactions among children. The conversation shifts to the impact of social media and smartphones on mental health, with Haidt presenting research that shows a causal relationship between heavy social media use and poor mental health, especially among girls. He discusses correlational studies, longitudinal studies, and true experiments that support the hypothesis that increased social media use is associated with worsened mental health outcomes. Haidt emphasizes the need for parents and society to be aware of the harmful effects of excessive technology use on children's development and mental health. He shares anecdotes of cases where reducing social media and screen time has led to significant improvements in children's well-being. He stresses the importance of real-time interactions and building strong real-world communities to support healthy development. Haidt emphasizes the importance of understanding the differences between boys and girls in their preferences and behaviors. He explains that boys tend to be more interested in things and activities that involve competition and building, while girls are more focused on social interactions and relationships. This difference in interests plays a significant role in how social media and technology impact their mental health. Haidt discusses the timeline of the rise of social media and technology and its correlation with the increase in mental health issues among young people. He points out that around 2010, there was a significant shift in mental health trends, particularly among girls. This shift coincided with the introduction of smartphones, social media platforms, and high-speed internet, leading to a rapid increase in anxiety, depression, self-harm, and suicide among girls. Haidt explains that early puberty is a critical period for brain development and susceptibility to external influences. Girls who enter puberty during the Great Rewiring period, characterized by the widespread adoption of smartphones and social media, are at a higher risk of experiencing mental health issues. Boys, on the other hand, are affected differently, with their mental health issues showing a slower increase compared to girls. Haidt delves into the concept of agency versus communion motives, highlighting how social media and technology target these different needs in boys and girls. He explains that video games appeal to boys' agency motives, while social media platforms cater to girls' communion needs, making them more susceptible to the negative effects of excessive screen time and online interactions. Haidt also discusses the role of schools and parents in addressing the challenges posed by social media and technology. He emphasizes the importance of collective action in implementing solutions that prioritize children's well-being. By working together with other parents and schools, individuals can create a supportive environment that limits the negative impact of social media on children's mental health. He provides practical solutions for parents, such as delaying the introduction of smartphones, promoting offline activities, and fostering independence and free play among children. Haidt shares his personal experience of navigating the decision to give his son a smartphone when he started high school. Despite trying alternative options like the light phone and flip phones, he ultimately gave in to social pressure, as his son did not want to be the only one without a smartphone among his peers. However, Haidt maintains strict parental controls on his son's smartphone usage, including limiting access to social media and closely monitoring his activities. When it comes to his daughter, who is about to enter secondary school, Haidt expresses a desire to provide her with a flip phone instead of a smartphone. He recognizes the challenges of being the first mover in resisting societal norms, but is hopeful that more parents are becoming aware of the negative impacts of early smartphone use. He highlights the recent parent revolution in the UK, where thousands of parents have joined a movement to delay smartphones for their children. Haidt explains that smartphones act as experience blockers for children, limiting their engagement in other activities such as reading, hobbies, and social interactions. He emphasizes the importance of allowing children to struggle and strive for things, rather than making everything easy for them through technology. He believes that delaying smartphones can help children develop independence, responsibility, and real-world skills. The conversation shifts to the concept of free-range kids, inspired by Lenore Skenazy's book, Free-Range Kids. Haidt discusses the need to strike a balance between protecting children offline while also allowing them freedom and independence. He points out the irony of overprotecting children in the physical world while exposing them to predators and harmful content online. Haidt delves into the specific vulnerabilities of girls when it comes to social media, citing their tendency towards visual social comparison, perfectionism, and relational aggression. He explains how girls are more affected by social media's influence on beauty standards and social hierarchies, leading to issues like cyberbullying and body image issues. He also highlights the contagious nature of emotions and disorders among girls, emphasizing the importance of fostering empathy and emotional intelligence in children. Haidt explains how social media platforms and smartphones have amplified the influence of peer pressure and comparison among young girls, leading to increased rates of anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. He points out the dangers of superconnecting girls on social networks, where extreme behaviors are rewarded with likes and followers, making them appear as role models. Additionally, he discusses the prevalence of predation and harassment targeting young girls online, highlighting the need for stricter regulations and parental supervision. Regarding boys, Haidt discusses the problematic use of video games and pornography, which can lead to compulsive behavior and distorted views of sex and relationships. He emphasizes the need for parents to delay their children's access to smartphones and monitor their usage to prevent harmful effects on their development. He also touches on the benefits of religious and conservative households in providing a structured and grounding environment for children, which may contribute to better mental health outcomes. In terms of practical advice, Haidt suggests that parents should prioritize family time, communal meals, and interactions with relatives to provide a sense of stability and security for their children. He also recommends giving children responsibilities and chores to instill a sense of usefulness and contribution. He stresses the importance of schools in addressing mental health and educational outcomes by implementing policies that restrict smartphone use during school hours and promote a focus on learning. He argues that the presence of smartphones in classrooms leads to distractions, such as texting, shopping, and watching videos, which hinders students' ability to focus and learn effectively. Haidt suggests starting with primary schools to establish a norm of pen and paper-based learning, gradually transitioning away from personal technology in education. The conversation also delves into the issue of homework being given on screens, particularly post-COVID when many schools have shifted to online assignments. Haidt expresses concern about the negative impact of screen-based homework on children's sleep patterns, attention span, and family dynamics. He proposes guidelines for schools to limit screen-based homework, such as avoiding assignments close to bedtime and providing alternative options for families who prefer non-digital tasks. Haidt acknowledges the challenges faced by parents who feel overwhelmed by the prevalence of smartphones and technology in society. He advises parents to team up with other families to create a support system for implementing screen-free initiatives. He also recommends sending children to sleepaway camps without phones to detox from screen addiction and engage in outdoor activities and social interactions. Haidt introduces the concept of spiritual degradation caused by excessive screen time. He draws parallels between ancient wisdom traditions that promote self-transcendence and the self-centered nature of social media culture. He argues that the constant focus on oneself and the need for validation through online interactions hinder spiritual growth and connection to the world around us. Despite the challenges posed by technology and societal norms, Haidt remains optimistic about the possibility of change. He encourages parents and families to adopt 4 simple norms: no smartphone before high school, no social media until age 16, phone-free schools, and more free play and independence for children. By working together and creating a community of like-minded individuals, he believes that it is possible to shift towards a healthier and more balanced relationship with technology.